Today on the No Pillz podcast, you need to stop dating. Look at me, get close. You need to stop dating. It is ruining your mental health in some cases. As we all know, a good portion of dating today happens online, and here is what researchers are saying about how people are feeling from dating in this modern, technical, online generation and atmosphere. Overwhelmed, insecure, anxiety, depression, loneliness. How crazy does that sound? You're online looking for love, you're out in the world looking for love, and yet you're feeling lonely and dissatisfaction, just to name a few of those feelings that people are feeling while they're online trying to date. You need to stop dating, and if you stick around to the end of this podcast, I will let you know what you need to do in place of dating. Let's get into it. You're now listening to the No Pillz podcast, your best resource for cultivating meaningful, healthy, long-lasting, romantic relationships that bloom into strong marriages. Welcome to No Pillz. Welcome to No Pillz. That's with a Z if you couldn't tell. We back, beloved. Love fully scripted. I'm your host, Brother Gordon, G-Man, your man, God's man, your big brother, your unk, all of the above, Gordon McGee. Welcome to No Pillz podcast, Love Fully Scripted. No blue pills, no red pills, just that pill of truth. You heard me. Yeah. All right, friends, you got to stop dating. You got to stop dating straight like that. You're like, this brother talking crazy. Like, what? How am I ever supposed to find somebody and lick with somebody and be with some? Listen, I've got a better approach for you, but we got to get to that later in the podcast. Listen, question for you. How many people do you think are single in the U.S.? How many people do you believe are single in the United States of America? According to the U.S. Census Bureau, nearly 47% of the U.S. population, that's just about over 117 million people, are currently single. Maybe some of you are hearing that number saying, my chances just increased. 117 million single people, or maybe some of you are thinking like, man, that's really not a lot of people to be single. Maybe my chances just decreased. I'm not feeling too good about my possibilities of finding a mate. 2023, Pew Research said that there are 3 in 10 Americans that are single, and about 51% are open to either a committed relationship or casual dates. How about that? More about that later. Over half of men, 56%, are looking for either a committed relationship or casual dates. And less than half of women, 44%, say the same thing. Less than half are saying the same thing, okay? Now, what do you think the percentages are? How many men are single and how many women are single in a percentage? Well, come on, give me your number. What do you think? What are you thinking? Let's find out if you were right. 2023, Pew Research reported that there were 32% of men, were or reported at least being single, followed by 28% of women who reported being single in 2022. They reported that in 2023. They recorded that data in 2022. Friends, let's talk about modern dating and its negative impacts on mental health, okay? Modern dating and its negative impacts on mental health. I mentioned a few on our way in, but I want to just give you the actual statistics, the data, to support my claims from these researchers. So February 2023, Pew Research said, women who have used online dating platforms in the past year are more likely to feel overwhelmed by the number of messages they get, while men are more likely to feel insecure about a lack of messages that they receive, obviously. They go on to say, younger women who have used dating sites or apps stand out for experiencing unwanted behaviors on these platforms. So that's stress, anxiety, Don't know if somebody's trying to, send you naked pics or maybe trying to do you harm. About half of these who have used dating sites and apps, 52% say that they have come across someone they think was trying to scam them. Forbes Health reported a cross-sectional study of 475 people over the age of 18 in 2020 found that those who used a swiped-based dating apps experienced significantly higher rates of psychological distress, anxiety, and depression. Wow. They go on to report there is a link between using dating apps and experiencing loneliness. There is a link, friends. With using dating apps and experiencing loneliness, dissatisfaction with life, and a feeling of exclusion from the world, according to a 2020 review in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. Another fact for you here. A 2021 survey of 374 people found that social anxiety and symptoms of depression were linked to how much a participant used a dating app. Okay. According to a study of 2,052 college students, people who use online dating for sexual reasons are motivated by sensation seeking and substance use. And substance use. Guess we're using the online marketplace for a little bit more than sex, eh? Goes on to say here, a 2023 survey of over 1,000 Americans by Better Health found that nearly half of Americans, 47%, feel stressed about their love lives, and people who aren't married are more likely to feel that stress than those who are. Additionally, 70% of Gen Z reported feeling stressed about their love lives, compared to only 57% of millennials, 49% of Gen X, and 27% of baby boomers. So Gen Z, you're at the top of the list as feeling the most stressed about your love lives. What's going on, Gen Z? What's going on? Okay, Gen Z, Gen X, baby boomers. Let's talk about the modern dating pitfalls. I think these pitfalls are probably some of the reasons why there's 70% of Gen Zs who feel stressed about their love lives. All right, first thing I want to talk about. Let's in modern dating today, it seems like you need a dating coach, okay? $2 billion industry. $2 billion industry, friends. Dating coaches, relationship coaches. As a business, $2 billion. Who is paying for the classes? Coaching starts out about $1,500, sign you up for 3 months, $500 each month, did some research. Who's paying $1,500? All this technology, all this supposed interconnectivity, and $2 billion industry in online dating coaches, which makes you kind of a little hesitant to think that everyone's just rushing into that space to make money versus actually help people. You know what I mean? Welcome to No Pillz. I don't charge you for any of this information. At some point, I guess, it would be nice if we could make this self-supportive. It does cost money to do this, by the way, friends. But I just saw a need in the space of relationships. And I thought, man, folks need to hear from the owner's manual, or they're going to all their ships are going to sink without some instruction from the owner's manual. So here I am. I showed up to enter into this space to hopefully provide value, real value, practical value to all my Gen Zs, Gen X, millennials, baby boomers who are single, struggling with relationships in person or online. And it seems like predominantly online. If you're my Gen Z folk, man, the younger groups, younger audiences, you shouldn't need a dating coach, friends, to find love. But I get it. If we're all coming from, not all, but sometimes you're coming from a broken home, haven't seen it modeled, don't know what to do. You feel inadequate. I get it. I understand why the space exists and all that, but are you really getting good, solid advice? We're going to find out. All right. What else? What is another pitfall? Listen, it's like psychological warfare. I've never seen anything like this before. The advice and I see the how-tos are like how to get somebody interested in you that is not interested in you. Talk to me. Look at me. how to get somebody interested. Listen, if someone's not interested in you, let them not be interested in you. You don't need to trick them, psychologically molest them so that now they can be into you. You don't need to spray a pheromone on you. This is the stuff that people fall into. Listen, to my audience out there, do you want somebody to be with you because you sprayed a pheromone on yourself? Some type of hormone, some type of potion. I mean, we're getting into magic at this point, friends. We're getting into black magic. We're getting into sorcery. Okay, you're calling on the universe, calling on the stars. Oh, beloved, you are on the wrong path if you're looking for love like this. You're a witch. You're in the witchery. You're in the voodoo. Yeah. You might as well get a little voodoo doll out and make a man fall in love with you or make a woman fall in love with you. What are we doing, young people? Don't fall into this trap. Don't fall into perfumes and coaching that doesn't do anything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Stars and what? Owner's manual. Listen, it's psychological warfare. I feel like it's all this borderline deception. You've seen the tips online, 6 common behaviors that make you less attractive as a man. You've seen these type of headlines before. Let me say something to you. Here's what I've noticed in my life experience, okay? All right, I've been single. I've been married. I'm widowed. I've 20 plus years. I was doing this for a while. Dated, and then was married for almost 20 years, okay? So I think I have a little qualification here to give you some sound advice, friends. Within the first few moments of people meeting one another, especially a female meeting a man, she mostly, in that moment, in those first few moments, is going to make up her mind if she's interested in you or not, or if you're interested in one another, okay? It's just going to happen. And I don't know if there's some people where, first impression was, but then they end up getting married or something. Yeah, all right, there's some outliers. But within the first few moments, either there's compatibility, either there's interest. Let me just say interest, especially on the female side, is made up quickly. She's already decided. And I've spoken to my female friends that I know, associates, acquaintances. She already knows if she is interested in you, if she's willing, just by the visual, sound of your voice, tone of your voice, how you're approaching her, if she's going to give you the time of day or wants to know more about you. I think it's quick, because here's why I say that, to prove this. There are some men, ladies, talk to me in the chat. There are some men that you, just by looking at them, whether it's physical, what they've said, hear them speaking, that you will, how they approach you, whatever may be the case, that you've already decided, I'm not giving this guy the time of day. How did you make that decision so quickly? So they're out here telling you 6 common behaviors that make you less attractive to a man. What I'm saying to you is, men, women, that's kind of just going to be determined within the first few moments if you're even going to get to the next step, just by the initial encounter. Just by the initial encounter. Facts. Think about what I'm saying to you. Another pitfall that's going on some aspect of modern dating today, okay? You've got to be on IG. You have to have an Instagram account. You've got to have an Instagram profile because, let's just keep it real, friends. It's like Instagram is, for the most part, like the largest dating app on planet Earth, okay? And that's how it's being utilized from what I've been able to tell and put together over the years, all right? And so if you don't have a good, strong dating profile, then you have less of a chance. But here's why you'll be told why you need the IG profile. Because it's like a resume. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to date a full-blown stranger, friends. You're trying to date a full-blown stranger. So it's like IG is turned into Indeed. You know what I mean? It's like it's turned into this whole profile for you, so they can see that you're about your business, you if you're fit, not fit, how you look, how you care for yourself, if you have followers, don't have followers. It's like, yeah, you know why you have to do all that? Because it's a stranger, friends. It's somebody who doesn't know you, beloved. Now look, you got some stranger walking up on you, or you meet somebody who's a stranger for the first time, and you've had zero interaction, no natural, organic coming together, yeah, you're going to be super critical now at the profile. You got to go through all these hoops and jump through all those hoops. So, yeah, we're being instructed in the modern dating environment that you need an online dating profile, which is basically an IG account, because you're trying to date random strangers, okay? Just let that sink in for a minute. Question for you with that being said. Should I be trying to date random strangers who you only find physically attractive? You've seen them in passing. They've gotten your attention because of how they physically appear. And now you're trying to engage them and get to know them and do all this hookup and do all this and connect. And now I got to give you my background checks. And, it's like, should we be approaching relationships that way? I want you to think about that. Should we be what about stranger danger? Is that still a thing? Stranger danger is a thing, man. Because see, some females have lost their lives going on these dates from meeting someone online. I'm not saying to scare you, but it's the reality. You need to be aware of this. We should always be precautious. Okay? Modern dating pitfall, it promotes being attracted to the illusion or idea of a person rather than the actual person themselves. Did you hear what I said? So in other words, modern dating is driving you to be attracted to the avatar, but not the real person. So you never get to know the real person. You get to know the avatar potentially. You don't know what they're going to post about themselves online and how they're going to present online. And this whole thing could be a fallacy from makeup, implants, male and female alike. It could just all be fake, all be a facade, all be this highly, overly geared up avatar that does not really reflect that person in real life. People crazy, friends. People got mental health issues. People are broken. I could care less about your profile, to be honest. Is it really telling me anything about you? And I say that fairly moderately to lightly, I guess. You got to work with what you have. So I guess if you're dating in an online space, this is what you have to deal with. Not knowing if the person is real or getting in love with the idea of oh yeah, I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to be in all these countries. I'm going to live this fabulous life. We're going to have great sex. We're going to, it's an avatar. It's a profile. Does it really reflect the person? Again, modern dating promotes being attracted to the illusion and our idea of a person rather than the actual person themselves. Listen, how do you really love someone who you don't really know, friends? It's not even possible. So at the surface level, worst case scenario, which is a lot of times the actual scenario, you're just lusting. I'm with you surely out of lust because I haven't taken the time. I'm not trying to take the time to get to know you. So what are we really here for? So if you're looking for love, if you're looking for deep relationship, you're going to have to put in the time, make yourself vulnerable. They're going to have to make themselves vulnerable to get to even know each other. So hookup culture is not what you want to be involved in. Modern dating promotes hookup culture, promotes shacking up. That's good if you want a broken heart. Cool. In my life experience, I've never met anyone who can just have sex with a person and not just be it in all reality without taking on some type of negative impact when that relationship ends. But what do I know? Okay, what do I know? Pitfall of modern dating, hookup culture, shacking up, playing house, telling men to have sex with more women. This is modern dating today. You need to have more partners. You want to be a top G? You want to be desired by women? You got to sleep with as many women as you can. Do not listen to this, men. Do not listen to this. I know we have to put on a little tough exterior, maybe sometimes facade, be the tough guy. Oh, men don't love and, women do. Sex is different for men than women. Yeah, listen, brothers. How many times have we seen news reports of men committing crimes and acts of passion? Men have hearts too. And men have hearts that can be broken as well. Do not listen to this counsel that you need to have more. You need to sleep with more people. You need to fornicate more. Let me call it what it is. Encouraging you to sin. Let me call it what it is. Yeah. Right? Don't listen to that. But this is a pitfall of modern dating today, though. Sleep with more people. Have more sex. Sleep with as many women as you can. And then on the flip side is promoting to women more access to sex-based, non-committal relationships. You heard me. Sex-based, non-committal relationships is what modern dating is given to women today. Just sounds like a whole bag of fun, doesn't it? They're trying to teach you techniques in modern dating today, tips and tricks to keep someone that doesn't want to be kept. Look, why are you trying to keep somebody that doesn't want to be kept, friends? Somebody doesn't want to be kept. I'm not trying to keep them, and I'm not trying to trick them. I'm not trying to do some type of hypnotism on them. Oh, so you can stay and be faithful and you can be with, yo, man, get going. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. Adios, amigos. I don't want to learn any tips and techniques to make someone stay who don't want to stay, friends. This is modern dating. How do you keep someone? No, I'm with somebody who wants to be with me. What an idea. What a strange idea. We're actually together because we want to be together. We enjoy each other's company. We respect each other. We want to grow together. We want to have a family. We want to be a power couple. We want to love. Like, what a strange idea. No. Modern dating today says, no. You got to trick somebody. You got to convince somebody to be with you. I'm not convincing nobody to be with me, beloved. I'm not convincing nobody. I'm not going out of my. No, that's crazy. And you're going to see what I'm saying here in a minute, all right? Advice today. Modern dating looks like, hey, man, give her less attention. Women deserve less. You have to care less. You have to pull back. Oh, fam, that just sounds toxic. Right? That sounds, so I like you, but let me pull back. I like you, but don't let me show it. I'm into you, but let me play games. Man, that sounds toxic. That sounds toxic to me. Can we be adults, friends? If we're interested in one another, can we be serious about that? Can we not play these childish mental gymnastic games? Listen, if I got a friend, if it's somebody I'm interested in and I got to do all these type of things and this cat and mouse and play like I don't like you, didn't like you, and then we get out of here. I'm too grown, friends. Too grown. Life on this planet here is too short. If you get 80 years, you're doing something. So if you're at 40, you're halfway. 20, 30, you're a quarter of the way at 20. So let's not play like, 20s is so young. I know my Gen Zs think, oh man, I'm young, we good. Yo, you guys are over here, you're gonna die. Beloved, you can leave here at 30. You don't know when your last day is? Yeah, real life, real talk, man. My sweet wife left here at 37, friends. 37 years old. So I'm not with the toxicity, man. You know? Let's pretend like I care less, act like I don't care. Get out of here, man. Modern dating has turned into trusting dating apps to predict your love life. Is that what's going on, friends? Is modern dating nothing more than us relying on the algorithm to find us love? Pitfalls, man. All right, men. Let me say something to my men real fast. And this apply to you too, because you'll be on the receiving end of this counsel. Men, I'm going to tell you how to find a wife. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you how to find a wife. I'm going to tell you how to find a wife, and I'm not going to charge you $1,500 to do it. Are you ready? Get your paper and your pencils out. How to find a wife as a man, and I'm not saying a woman should be trying to find a husband. That's not how it works. Men, here is how you find a wife. I don't care what year it is, what generation it is, and I'm not going to charge you $1,500. First step. Have a strong relationship, a strong personal relationship with God. Praying, reading, witnessing. Knowing who your creator is. Knowing whose image and likeness you were made in. Step one. You got to start there. You got to have a strong spiritual foundation. You got to be a man of prayer, man of spirituality, a man who knows God. Step one. Step two, respect yourself. Put that T on there. Respect yourself, friend. My brother, respect yourself. Don't be a whore. Keep your pants up. Don't let anybody talk to you in a demeaning way and some woman, some female. Respect yourself. That's the second step. You got to respect yourself. Third step, you need to know what it is to be a husband and what it is to be a wife. You need to know what it is to be a house band You need to know what it is to be a wife, a Proverbs 31. Like you need to know this. And the only way you're going to know that is by reading that owner's manual. Remember, your love life is the car. The Bible is the owner's manual. God is the manufacturer. You need to be familiar with the owner's manual so you can detect and know how to identify a wife, but you first need to know how to be a husband. Next step. This is free game. I'm not charging you $1,500 for this. All right? Not charging you $1,500 for this. Be fit, be healthy. Next step, be friendly. Okay, if you want to make friends, you must show yourself to be friendly. Smile. You know, some of y'all want to thug full time. You know, y'all thugging full time. Some of y'all so scared, man. Just be friendly. Listen, if you don't know what to say, best place to start is with a smile, man. People are more, when people see other people smiling, they're encouraged to smile back. That's just how it works. Someone doesn't want to smile to keep it moving, let them keep it moving. Salute. Catch you on the flip side. Be clean. Be hygienic. Wash your behind. Use deodorant. Natural. Eat better. Eat healthy. So you don't stink that bad. Wash your coolie, friends. Brethren. Wash your feet, man. You know? If you're drinking and smoking, cut that out anyway. You got to be on your game. You got these spirits in your life, these demons on you. Your halitosis, bad breath. Get some Q-tips for your ears. Get those nose hairs out of your nose. Brush your teeth. Men, brush your teeth. Brush your tongue. Yeah. Okay? Get to the gym. Take showers. Wash. I don't care if you're not going anywhere. Be on your bit. Be clean. Men, be clean. Next step, be a hard worker. Be a hard worker. Whatever you're doing, do hard. Listen, all this, you got to be a millionaire, 6 figures, this, that, and the third. Listen, women will a wife. Let me be clear here. Not a hoe, not a gold digger. A wife is going to respect a hardworking man. Period. Talking to you, men. A wife who you need in your life is going to respect a hardworking man. Be masculine, okay? Society's trying to tell you to be a girl. Cut it out. Trying to be a female. Cut it out. Trying to be cut it out. Be a man. Be a man, okay? Nothing toxic about being a man, about being masculine, all right? Be a leader, okay? I can hear I'm not saying be a narcissist. It's like we learned a new word online. Everything and everybody's a narcissist. It's crazy. Be a leader. What does that mean? I'm not saying bark orders. I'm not saying be demeaning, be demeaning, be condescending. No. Be a leader means you lead by example. You want a fit wife, you be fit yourself. You want an intellectual wife, you be intellectual yourself. You want a patient wife, you lead by being patient. Amen? Come on, man. I'm talking to you. You get to the gym, get your wife to the gym. You need to be a leader to your wife and your children. You need to be a leader. That's how you're going to find a good wife. Listen. Be responsible with money. So you're going to be a millionaire, but just be responsible with money. Know how to manage money. Know how to pay your rent. Get things done. Know how to feed yourself. Just be responsible with money. Next one, be organized. Have a daily plan. Don't just be blown in the wind. Be organized. Last one, be able to protect. Whatever you got to do to get that done, whatever that looks like for you. You want to make sure you can protect your wife. You can protect your children. Okay? Emotionally, physically, spiritually. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, your responsibility to protect your wife and your household and your children. Nobody's going to talk to your wife crazy. No one's going to emotionally abuse your wife, including yourself. Amen? No one's going to do any harm to your family over your dead body. Over your dead body. And I'll give you one bonus tip. Okay, one bonus tip. You don't have time for video games. You do not have time for video games. He's in the tower. He's in the tower. You don't got time for that, friend. You don't have time for that. You don't have time for that as a grown man, as a husband who's looking for a wife. You've been called. You've been called to duty, but of a higher sort, friend. We are at war. But it's a spiritual war, beloved. Come on, man, I'm talking to you. You've been called to duty. All right, look. You don't need to be dating, so what do you need to be doing? Okay, I told you you need to be courting. You need to be courting. You don't need to be dating, all right? Dating is this broad term that can encapsulate and mean many, many, many things, friends, including casual dating, sex outside of marriage, hookup culture, go with the flow, however I feel, multiple partners, maybe being in long-term relationships with no commitment. That is what's breaking us down mentally. That is not helping our mental health, friends. But courtship is getting to know someone with the intentions and purpose to determine if that person is a suitable spouse for you. That's all you want to find out. That's all you want to know. You're not there for any other reason. You're not there to break hearts. You're not there to get laid. You're not there to play games. You're not there to boost your ego. You're not there to get likes, attentions, but you're actually entertaining someone for the sole purpose to find out if you are suitable spouses for one another. And if not, we move on friendly, leaving everyone unscathed, unharmed, untouched, unbothered by our junk. Come on, by our junk. You hear what I'm saying to you? You need courtship, friends. Got to get away from this dating things. You should not be trying to date random strangers who you just happen to find attractive. I think I'm promoting to you organic. Get into some organic relationships. Find some people from your own social circles of similar interests. Do you have hobbies? A place you like to frequent or go? Someone you see regularly. That you see here and there. Where you know there's already some similar interests. Church, Bible study, small group. If you're not even Christian, if you're not, look, man, you would think, you would at least say to yourself, well, maybe I'll meet him at a festival, a concert, something that I trigger, because I know at least we have a good starting place for some similar type interests. Some committee meeting. You're a single mom, single dad, single PTA meeting somewhere. Like, you get what I'm saying? I think it's way more complicated. I've had other podcasts. We've covered that there are some successful outcomes on online dating. And maybe if it's used correctly, right, where there's actually some filtration going on, where there's some aligning of interests, then maybe that's part of the reason we're having some good output, some good outcomes with online dating. But this random, like, you know what you see online, man. This, let me show you how to pick up girls. Why? Why do I want to randomly try to pick up 50 people that I don't even know if they have any interest that I have, if they like, okay? And here's the thing about it. One of those pitfalls that comes along with the online dating culture and with dating and modern dating today is like, yeah, it's encouraging you to hook up with people who are naked and showing everybody that they're naked. Listen. Courtship, if you want to find a wife, gentlemen, you don't want to date somebody, okay, at all. And when you're courting, you don't want to be courting someone who's got their naked body for the whole entire world to see. That goes both ways. Women, why would you want a man who's showing off his body to every other woman? Like the whole world has seen him in his little Speedos, and I'm a fitness instructor, AKA I'm a hoe. Let's call it what it is. You know, as a person who goes to the gym, let me give you a little testimony. I like to be fit. I like to, I enjoy checking out, people who work out. Gives me encouragement. And I was like, you know what? I was following male and female fitness instructor. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, do I really, like, I'm like, old girls like in underwear, man, right now. I don't know how I feel about this, man. Like, maybe I should, this is kind of crazy, man. I appreciate the workouts and all that, but I'm like, this is my lady. I wouldn't want this going on. And then, it would be nice if the fitness trainers accounts would only take same-sex followers. You know what I'm saying? Like, men just took men followers, females just took female followers. I'm just saying, if we really here for fitness and here to work out, let's get into it. You know what I mean? Just some I believe solid counsel for you, friends. The outward appearance is an index to the heart, man. Some of y'all don't want to believe that, don't want to get into that, but you're going to get what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. If it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack, quack. It's a duck, beloved. It's a duck. All right, so look, just saying. Got a fact for you here. I believe this is coming from Forbes Health, I think. One small 2023 study in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, all right, that looked at 237 people in relationships found that sexual satisfaction was directly linked to relationship satisfaction for both partners. It found that sexual satisfaction was directly linked to relationship satisfaction for both partners. Interpersonal closeness was most as important for women. What does that mean? Hookup culture is not the way to go. Dating is not the way to go. It's courtship, because when you saving yourself before, listen, stop having sex outside of marriage. If you can't get what I'm saying to you, let me speak to you plainly. Because sexual satisfaction was directly linked to relationship satisfaction. So if you're out here hooking up with people and there's no relationship satisfaction, that means there's a greater decrease, right, in your satisfaction sexually because there's no relationship. Hookup culture promotes that dissatisfaction. Yes. Sleeping around before marriage promotes that dissatisfaction. You gotta do it God's way, friends. That's a fact I'm reading here, all right? From the Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. You can't fake the funk, in other words. You know what I mean? Modern dating is like big cap, man. It's just cap. It's based on cap. And courtship is based on facts. You heard it here first, friends. Modern dating is cap. Courtship is facts. You heard it here first. All right? You heard it here first. I want to hit you with this thought, okay? Just as we kind of just think about this practically. How you treat the person of interest that you're interested in will be heavily influenced by your motives and your intentions. So, if you're solely interested into this person, you're only coming here for the intention of sex that you're calling dating, okay? Fornication that you're calling dating, okay? Sinning that you're calling dating. You're here just for the booty call, okay? You're here because he's got a nice body. You're here because you just want to have sex. How are you going to treat that person, realistically speaking, honestly speaking? Your intentions were not marriage. Your intentions were not love, but merely physical. What are your natural actions going to be like towards that person? Now think about the inverse. If you approach that person with the intention, the desire to potentially marry them, see them as the mother or father of your children, to see them as a husband or a wife, to find out who they are as a person, and if you actually connect and there's compatibility, and that you two can walk together and be in agreed because you're evenly yoked. And while you're different in personality, you have similar interests and similar desires and goals about this life and the life hereafter. And you're not having sex before you're married because you want to just get to know them as a person and really find out if this thing is going to work so you don't end up getting divorced. How does that interaction look? How are you speaking to them? How are you seeing them? What's the respect level like in that? The modesty, in the love, in the respect, in the endurement. No games being played. Come on. We both know what we're here for. I don't have to ask, what is this relationship? What's going on? I know. Sounds like a piece of heaven, doesn't it? I'm Gordon McGee. This is the No Pillz podcast, Love Fully Scripted, and I'm signing off, and I'll catch you next week.